In this video we go over my findings with regards to mapping apps. Over the last months I have flown most available apps from the App Store, and some were good, some were not so good, but I have forgotten one special mode which we will come later in this video. So first, I think it's very important to know what are you going to do with your map. If you take an orthophoto of orthotelemetry, you will have at the end a very big picture of about, let's say in my case, 45 to 100 megabytes, usually a JPEG or a TIFF, and you can zoom in and you have a really nice image with the result of your mapping. So most programs who will do that do the same thing. They fly a certain grid and they take a picture every 2 seconds or every 10 meters, and that's basically it. So it's not actually the app that makes it complicated or good, it's the engine behind it, what you're gonna do with your photo. Okay, people who know my videos, they will understand that usually I don't use online apps to process my images. I prefer to do everything on my computer. For panoramas and for mapping I use the color apps. That's Color, Autopano, Giga, Panotour and Panotour Pro. So you have to use first Autopano to stitch all your images together. Then you get a flat screen image, and then with Panotour you can make that into a 3D mapping. So that works perfect. I use them for years and I haven't found anything better, as long as you want to stay away from Adobe, which I do, of course. Okay, so that's one thing. One quick, if you fly a mapping, there are basically two ways to do that. Either you fly a line mode or you fly a grid mode. Now, normally, if you just want to make an orthophoto, you fly a line mode. If you want to make a 3D mapping, you fly a grid mode, which means first north to south and then east to west or whatever. If you just fly the normal mission, you fly only north to south or east to west or an equivalent of that. One big issue with a lot of programs is they just support a normal grid. So you can't do a polygon. I like polygons. It makes it all a little bit more interesting. Well, if you fly a polygon, there is one thing which makes polygons really good. And that is if you fly a linear mission. You will see the pictures below, which actually is a linear mission. I fly a couple of them and I have to say that the quality of image from a linear photograph is a lot better. I don't know why. It's maybe because it takes more pictures, or I have taken a couple of them and it's better. It's also more complicated, takes more time, but at the end it's the result that counts and they look better. The only problem is that for most apps, linear missions is an add-on. So I have a license from MapPilot and Maps Made Easy. I bought that one. But if you want to go to the corporate file where you, for example, have terrain aware and linear mission, it costs you another $10. Okay, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's extra. At this moment I am trying to create my own linear mission. It works so far. I do it of course in DroneLink, because that's the program that is most versatile to do those kind of things. But it's a lot more work. Do you really need it? Not for people like us. If this is really your business of flying maps and geo references, whatever you use, I think most people UGCS of UCGS ground station. That's the most versatile program to do that, but of course the license costs you $100 per month for the cheapest one, so for most drone pilots that's not necessary. So I think we have talked enough. I'm gonna make some screenshots or whatever. Then I'm gonna show you how to fly the linear mission and of course the results. I have one mission which I did 2 years ago in Africa, which is still most likely my first professional image of a building site where I was working. And well, if you see that, you can zoom it in maybe 5,000, 10,000%, and it still remains very sharp. It was flown by the Mavic Pro and I'm extremely happy with it. So let's dig into it. So if there's any questions, you know how to reach me below, and of course I will put the links of all the programs I use or refer to also in the comments. And if you like mapping and you like to know more about it, please drop me a line. And of course, if you like these videos, give me a thumbs up, and even better, please subscribe. Okay, let's get into it.